This past Friday, we confirmed monthly buy signals in all three indices, the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, Dow Jones Industrials, and the tech sector ETF.
Welcome to Blue Chip Daily, one of the industry's premier sources for high-level daily technical and trend analysis. Blue Chip Daily is ideal for both investors and traders of all time frames who want to be on the right side of major market moves and trends. We focus on over 750 large cap stocks, all major stock indices, over 70 exchange-traded funds, bonds, oil, gold, and Bitcoin. Sign up now for Blue Chip Daily and you will get access to real-time portfolio alerts, premium Twitter page with intraday alerts and commentary, the chart of the day with best idea, daily video and report, and much more. Claim 30-day trial at www.bluechipdaily.com.
So we're going to take a look. We're going to start with the S&P 500, and there's a couple bullish signs. So the first thing, obviously, is the S&P closed on Friday at a new all-time high, 4839.81. And if we take a look on the monthly chart, we can see the prior high, 4818.62. This was January 2022. The market turned down, and now it's just 2 years later, it's just starting to break out to a new high. So this is very constructive. But the other thing that we're going to take a look at is the PMO. This is the Price Momentum Oscillator, and this is a longer-term trend-following signal that we use. We use it primarily on the monthly charts as a trend filter. And what we can see with the PMO is it crossed to the upside at the end of December. And it's followed through so far in January. And now we've got a breakout to new all-time highs. So on this chart goes back 10 years. So this is not a statistical back test. It doesn't have a big enough sample size. But what we can do is just take a look at the general concept of the PMO, the monthly PMO. So crossed higher, and this is over the past 10 years. So 2017, it crossed to the upside, and we can see that was followed by a nice move higher in the S&P, crossed down, crossed higher again in 2019, and the S&P started to break out to new highs, but then COVID hit, and obviously charts can't predict a global. The last PMO cross to the upside was in 2020, and we can see that preceded a pretty sharp move higher into new all-time highs for the S&P, 4818.62. We went into the Fed hiking cycle. The PMO turned down in 2022. But now what we've got is at the end of December, we've got a bullish PMO cross to the upside, which is a longer-term trend following buy signal. And that's followed up with a breakout to new all-time highs. And we can see this is a 2-year monthly base breakout. So very, very strong signals in the S&P 500. And we expect the S&P to continue to test higher. Standard pullbacks, volatility are possible along the way, but with the bigger signal, with the monthly PMO cross at the end of December, and now the breakout to new all-time highs, we believe that sets the S&P chart up for much higher from here. Excuse me. Next, NASDAQ 100, very similar. So the NASDAQ 100, it got a bullish PMO cross in the second half of 2023, and it had stalled for a little while, but we can see over the past 2 months now, this has started to separate to the upside. And then we've got the same thing. We've got monthly bullish momentum signal for the past few months now. And now we have a breakout to new all-time highs in the NASDAQ 100, 17,314. This is the strongest of the three major indices. It was the first one to cross higher with the PMO. And we expect the NASDAQ 100 chart to continue to trend higher. Keep in mind, we're also at the end of the Fed rate hiking cycle. So we've got bullish monthly momentum, We have a bullish trend signal with a breakout to new all-time highs. And on top of that, we have the Fed at the end of their rate hiking cycle. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, this has just started to turn higher on the monthly PMO. And we can see this is also breaking out to new all-time highs. So we've got the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and the Dow Jones Industrials, all with bullish monthly momentum signals and all with bullish breakouts to new all-time highs. And then the last chart that we'll take a look at is the technology sector, XLK. The technology sector has been our core focus sector for the most part over the past 25 years, and it continues to be our core focus sector here. And we can see with XLK. Now, keep in mind, the difference between triple Q, which is the NASDAQ 100, and XLK is the NASDAQ 100 is about 50% technology, and then it's got communication services with Meta and Alphabet, and it has other sectors, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, financials. So the tech sector is 100% technology stocks. And we can see this is broken out to a very strong new high on the charts, also bullish momentum. So we expect the tech sector to lead higher. We expect the NASDAQ 100 to be the strongest index chart of the group. But the key takeaway that we've got from these charts is these are follow-through continued bullish buy signals, bullish momentum, monthly PMO, bullish price breakouts, and we expect these charts to test much higher.
Subscribe to the Blue Chip Daily YouTube channel for more technical and trend analysis videos and other content.